Hi, everyone, and welcome to the weekly Tarot Bite for Taurus for March 2023. Now, this is a new thing I'm doing. I'm just going to preface it with that I've decided to start doing for all signs. It's kind of like a midweek bump. I don't know how else to say it. It's like a midweek check-in with yourself. Let's put it that way. So we're going to be first pulling a card to get an overarching theme, something to bring your attention to, really so that you can kind of bring yourself back to the present moment, bring yourself back to your experience. And then we're going to be pulling a card for curiosity, for courage, and for contemplation. So we're looking at, with curiosity, opening the door to something, with courage, where you might need to engage with that courageous part of our experience, and then for contemplation, something to think about, meditate on, perhaps build a mantra for yourself to help you really get the most out of the week, the rest of the week ahead here. So Taurus, you're the first sign I'm doing this for, so we'll see how it goes. That's a few too many there. Let's see if we can get just one card here. And I'm going to read just the shortened excerpt that comes with each one of these cards. So we get like a little overarching theme. And this is meant to be a short message. I love this. Beautiful earth healing. Number 38, which breaks down to the master number 11, that gateway between what can be and that kind of what is and what can be when we co-create with spirit, when we have that faith to kind of push boundaries and walk through that portal into a more divine experience. I like earth healing for you, Taurus, because you are an earth sign and you are the fixed earth sign. So you are the most, I would say, truly earthy, earthy of the earth signs. So I'm going to go ahead here and we're going to pull, where is, sorry guys, I put the book in the other direction than from where I normally have it. So we're going to go ahead here and just read the shortened excerpt. I'm not going to read the full excerpt because these are very lengthy, but we're just going to read the little blip here. Again, just to kind of give us that focus back to the present in the middle of the week here. So it says, you are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters and you will be supported. I love this message because sometimes we can forget, as we are kind of moving forward on our spiritual journey, that when the more we pursue something that is in alignment with ourself, the more fears can actually come up around maybe not being supported. Maybe we are pushing that boundary to open that portal towards something new. And we may feel that we might be kind of maybe left out in the cold, or others might not understand, or that if we're kind of maybe doing something in a slightly non-traditional way, that again, we might not be able to bring in the level of, financial or physical abundance than if we would have chosen more of the traditional way. But this is really stating to come back to that understanding that what you are doing matters, that it is part of the greater collective experience. And the more that we dive into that, the true spiritual individuality of our experience, the more truly our experience gives back to us. The divine gives back to us. The divine says, "Great job. Thank you for courageously being yourself." So, beautiful message to really bring yourself back to that present moment of, yes, your gifts do matter. What you are choosing to put your time and energy towards is of service, and it does. Again, it could be actually healing a part of our physical experience. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards now, and we're going to look at curiosity. So first we're going to look at kind of opening that gateway. So what is the energy that Taurus needs to be kind of aware of? This is kind of like pointing your spiritual self, kind of saying, okay, look over here, because there might be an opportunity coming in for you. So let's go ahead and see what that's going to be. What does Taurus need to know about where to stay curious and kind of open to for the week? And you know what? I'm not feeling these energy cards, ironically enough. I'm kind of just feeling, actually, I just want to pull a basic Rider-Waite for this. It's a little bit more clear. So let's go ahead here and see What's the basic energy or basic theme to be? Okay, temperance, yeah. So all about moderation, about really kind of looking at, again, tempering your experience, where maybe you've been pushing too hard and you need to scale back and maybe bring in another element of your experience and kind of meld them together. That's what temperance really speaks to. It also speaks to, I love it, growth through change. So there may be something in your experience this week that kind of needs to be brought into moderation. And maybe in doing so, that is opening the gateway towards kind of opening up a further step on your spiritual path. Maybe actually even seeing that gateway to where you, when you meld your emotions and your kind of passions, where that can go when you temper them together. But there is something here I'm getting strongly message here about looking at your day-to-day routines, because this is bringing us back to the present moment. Maybe looking to moderate, again, some aspect of your behavior, some aspect of your routine, some aspect of maybe you're doing too much of one thing, or you're focusing too much on work and you need to bring it back to maybe some time for yourself or time with the family, or vice versa. Maybe you've been focusing too much on time, social time or creative time, and maybe you need to focus a little bit more maybe on work, something along that line. So it's just kind of really looking at that general theme of moderation. So that's opening the doorway. Also balancing out your emotions with your passion too. Okay, now we're going to look at courage. So now we're going to see where Spirit, I'm going to use the Power of Surrender deck here, where Spirit would like you to really kind of apply courage to surrender to something in your experience, because that also is helping us kind of keep that gateway open and keep us walking through it. Okay. Ooh, I can't get it out there. Okay. We have surrendered to non-action. Okay. And that can be hard. It seems kind of funny, right, to say it like that. You're being asked to not do anything. And I know this from personal experience, because I am a Taurus sun. I also have Taurus in my Mars is in Taurus. So I work with the Taurus energy quite a bit. And yeah, we are kind of the doers of the zodiac to a certain extent. We can be kind of like the bull that gets hooked up to the cart, and we kind of just plod forward and we do the work that needs to be done. And so when we are used to that, and we're specifically also used to really working with the physical, that does mean we have to take action in the physical. It is very hard to have the courage sometimes just to step back and say, I'm not going to push myself so hard this week, or I know I really want to achieve all of these goals, but this is the week for me to really focus on myself. This is that time to really kind of just say, maybe there is something that needs to have attention brought to it. And maybe I do need to kind of see, it's almost like a self check-in of like, are my emotions, am I feeling okay emotionally? Am I working with my passions? That kind of thing. Now, I like this image here because it's an individual and she's like wearing like a unicorn horn. So it's really a special kind of message coming through. So I'll read the little message here and then kind of go deeper into it. It says, now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So there is a feeling around really kind of sitting in that beauty of, yes, you are special. Yes, you are divine. Yes, your work is contributing to the greater collective experience and possibly also healing an aspect of that experience. But there is maybe, for some of you, maybe you've been pushing yourself to go out there, pushing yourself to network, pushing yourself to maybe be the one at work who is the head or the leader or the manager of projects or something along that line. And this is saying, maybe this week, take a step back and if others need help, let them come to you. If you're maybe seeking something from someone, maybe instead of taking the lead, you let another kind of take the lead and really to, bask almost in your own beauty, your own divinity. Okay, so now we are going to pull a final card here for contemplation. So we're going to look here at a theme or a message here that where Spirit would like you to kind of keep it in mind. Build this into your meditation time, build this into when you're drinking your coffee in the morning. You just, again, use this as a way to bring you back to the present moment. So what does Taurus need to know about contemplation? Oh, I love it. Butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. And there's that master number 11 coming through again. So for many of you, there may be this beautiful opportunity this week to walk through a doorway, but a doorway that might be only seen if you take this time, because temperance can speak to divine timing as well. That for some of you, you are going through this intense growth period and have been, and you have gone through a transformation period. But when we think about transforming, especially when you think about the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly is a brand new creature. You know, when you think about how kind of revolutionary or, to think about the caterpillar having to kind of break itself down to become a completely new version of itself. And that can be exhausting. It can also there can also be a lot of changes that happen just, around us as we go through something on this level, this transformation on this level. So for some of you, that contemplation is to really stop and look now maybe at the unicorn you have become or the butterfly that you now are, to be able to notice perhaps an opportunity, a doorway that's opening up where this new version of yourself is now going to be needed, is now going to be part of this earth healing. But it is going to take kind of stepping back, tempering yourself, and really allowing yourself to have that space, that awareness, because when we think about it, temperance, it doesn't always have to be too that like we're tempering a bad habit. It could be that we like really love to work out and we're really health focused, but maybe this is that week where maybe you do one less workout, or you don't beat yourself up about not spending the time to pre-make all of the healthy meals, and you just kind of go with the flow. And that might, because you're not so focused on something, that might open you up to another potential here. Beautiful. Okay, well, I hope you get a little bit out of this. I'm going to leave it there, and I look forward to doing your full weekly reading a little bit later in the week. So we'll see you all, Taurus, there. Have a wonderful week. Bye.